Yesterday, for those of you who were in this session, you will realize that I forgot to give you my contact information. So I'm going to break with protocol and give you my contact information from the get-go. Okay? Email, phone. This is my business Twitter account. I've got two different blogs. This one is strictly dealing with Canvas and the things that we do with MDE Canvas instance. The tech blog is one where I try to just put some information out there on different technology that we find. Okay? If we have any questions during the session, ask them please. There's no sense in going through the whole thing and having you have some really important question and forgetting it by the time we get to the end for question and answers. Okay, has everybody got this? I could leave this up for the rest of the day now, which is what I do at the end of it normally. Okay, social media, creating your own social media network. Why do we need to create a social media network? I'm not going to read all this stuff to you because you can read. I've got 6 items listed here. Can you think of any more items that you can use for social media? What do some of you guys teach? What are your jobs at the community colleges? Are we all teachers? Counselor? Counselors, instructors? Instructional design? Okay. You'll be able to let people know, God forbid you have something happen like happened in Massachusetts last year where you've got to send grief counselors out or things, or you have to warn people about campus being locked down. You can use that to put information out. If you've got career days coming up, you can remind your students when they've got career days. If you've got non-traditional students, you're going to be able to reach them even if they don't have some of the different social media things. You can create newsletters with multimedia in it. Okay? I'm going to show you how in most instances. Who was at lunch yesterday? Do you remember what the guy said? I'm not talking about standing up, marching with your hand on your nose and doing that kind of stuff. What did he say sticks in your mind most? Pictures. Here. It ain't beads, but it's Mardi Gras, okay? Pictures. So I'm going to show you how you can actually go in and use one program called Instagram, put a picture out there with whether it's your class, what you're doing, recruiting or whatever, and send it out to several different social media networks and then have it just perpetuate the circle over and over again. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you have questions, stop me. The different networking types that we've got. Media sharing, that's pictures, that's your videos, Vine, things like that. Microblog, this is Twitter. Microblog is just going to be a quick, short something out there. It's Facebook to a certain extent, but Facebook has started becoming people just like to blog and put lots of big stuff in there, which is why I don't read it. Text messaging, how many of you guys get text messages? How many of you guys have Twitter? So it's about the same. Do you watch Twitter all day long? Are you watching Twitter right now? What happens if you get a text message? You're going to look at it right now. Okay. Daily newsletters. That could be daily. It could be twice daily. It could be once a week. You can create it based off of some of the things that you're sharing and blogging. And then the blog itself. A WordPress blog where you can go in and write full-blown articles. You can get comments back from people and they can go back and search things in the past and find it. Okay? Real cool, real easy to use. You can also put images in there. You can also put additional stories that they can find additional content. Now, this is the list of tools that we're going to talk about. Now I know that in the description it said something about Google Drive and Dropbox and stuff like that. I'll throw that in later on just so I can be true to the description. Twitter, Facebook, microblogging. Okay? When we get into it, I'm going to recommend that you have a personal Twitter account, a personal Facebook account, and then a professional Twitter account and a professional Facebook page if you want it. The professional Facebook page would mainly be for your school or your department. Okay? I'm going to make these slides available for you, and here's how I work Google Drive into it. It's going to be available on Google Drive after the presentation. So now we're in the cloud. LinkedIn. How many of you are LinkedIn? Use LinkedIn. Professional networking. You're not going to see as much funny stuff on there. It's going to be really serious individuals. They're talking about different things. Instagram. Anybody? 1, 2, 3. Why am I teaching y'all this if y'all already got this stuff? I'm proud of y'all. You don't use it. No candy for you yet. Selly. This is text messaging, free text messaging. You can send out a blast to people. They don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. They don't have your number. You don't have their number. It is one way only, although you can do quizzes and different things on it. Paper.li, this is your newsletter. Build it once, it self-populates every day or whenever you have it set to go. And of course, the WordPress blog. Each one of these things, I do have links so you can go to the site and look at it. Okay? There are other things you can use. There's of course Pinterest, there's Tumblr, there are several other social media applications. At this point, Craig Jackson has not found a use for them in the educational area. Either because the K-12 people have them blocked or things like that. Doesn't mean they're not good. It just means Craig doesn't use them. But you can work them in as you need to. Okay, Twitter. Everybody's pretty much familiar with Twitter, right? Okay. So I'm not going to waste your time talking about this. You do know about the different Twitter clients. How many of you just send your information out via the Twitter website? How many of you have ever used Tweetdeck? Okay. What's your name? Janie. Janie, you want to tell us about Tweetdeck?
Well, they blocked with the district I was at before. They blocked Twitter at school, so I had Tweetdeck on my MacBook and I could access it through Tweetdeck where it was blocked at school.
Smart lady right there. Tweetdeck, by the way, is owned by Twitter. Tweetdeck allows you to go in either on a desktop client, or as you will see in just a moment, we'll just go ahead and see it right now. Let's see. One of those awkward moments when you can't get it to work. Okay, with Tweetdeck, you can actually create multiple columns and you can have multiple Twitter accounts. So if you've got a personal account and you've got a professional account, maybe you've got one. I've got one for my personal self. I've got one for RCU tech support. I've got one for Craig Jackson, which is where I put all my news and notes out on. So I've got 3 or 4 different accounts. It's a pain to have to keep swapping in and out of Twitter to do it. You create a separate column in Tweetdeck, and then you can tweet out in that specific item. If you're doing something for your personal account, all you do is come over, go to New Tweet. I've got several accounts, as you can see. I can pick whichever ones I want to do and then send it out. If I wanted to go ahead and send one out from here, and I have started my session, I tweet it out, that's going to go out on my Craig Jackson account. And then as I scroll over, you can see it popped up right here. Okay? So you can monitor different accounts. How many of you utilize Twitter as a real-time search engine? How many of you knew you could? You have? There you go. Why is it better to use Twitter as a search engine than Google or Bing or Yahoo?
It's not up yet. People are real time as
There you go.
I think there's a shooting in my
That's right.
I'm only gonna be able to find out about it.
And if you could find out about it on Google, you'd have to pay to be one of the top search returns. You can't buy your way to the top search return in Tweetdeck or in Twitter, okay? The good thing about Tweetdeck is you can build multiple columns to have certain search criteria. If you're always looking for something on counselor ed, or if you're looking for something that has a hashtag ACTE, or something like I've got here, which is the career creating futures through technology, I can put that hashtag and then it's just going to pop up everything that has that hashtag in it. So I don't have to go looking. You can't necessarily do that in Twitter because you've got to keep coming back over here, and if you jump off the page, this can run in the background. Like I said, you can access it from the web, or you can download the application on your laptop, either Mac or PC, okay? And then just go from it. It is synced up. This is the same format, all the same content I've got on my laptop in the room right now. The good thing about Tweetdeck, on the tweets, when I go to create a tweet, you'll notice I can add my images, I can schedule my tweets, or send my direct messages from right here. You can do that from the Twitter interface, but this just allows me to create it and then have a column to make sure that it's there, that I don't forget about it. Or if I need to take it down, I can go and delete it. Okay? Questions on this? Thoughts, comments, anything? Y'all can throw candy at me if you want to, I don't care. Now, another one that we talked about was Tweetcaster. Tweetcaster is your client for your mobile device. It's for the iPhone. It is for Android. I cannot show you what it looks like. Well, I can. I can hold this up. See, I got a little bit bigger tablet, so you don't have to look at the phone. I could really show you on the phone, but that would make your eyes hurt. And then Jenny would have to come all the way up to the front, and she doesn't want to do that. But with Tweetcaster, you'll see it brings up the interface, and it brings up all of your stuff. You can have multiple accounts here. You can create your emails, create your Twitter account, your content. You can attach files, you can direct message, anything you need. So you can work with this on your phone and have the same things that you're doing here, except it's an easier to work with format than working off the Twitter website, in my opinion, okay? That and a quarter doesn't even get you a seat at the table for lunch today. Any questions on this? I'm going to kind of rush through this because most of you already are familiar with these. Facebook, we know about creating business pages, correct? Not the personal page, but how to do one for your department or your school or your organization. You share pictures and albums, you send out information, you can create specialized groups, and Viola, there is the RCU's Facebook page, where we've got a little bit more information than you would on a personal page. And you can see where we've got comments that other people are making, likes, dislikes, everything here. A little different layout than a personal Facebook page. The reason you want to go with a group or business page is we can go in, I can show you a site, and I will show you a site that has analytics that will show you what your score is currently as far as on a search engine. It will give you the times when most people are going in and looking at your pages, so that's when you want to go in and engage them and be posting all of your comments. It tells you you've got plenty of shares that you've got, but you need to share a few more pictures versus sharing documents or sharing links. So it helps you, it'll help you get this and make you a destination spot. Maybe not like the Beau Rivage, but hey, one can hope, right? Y'all had to put pretty flowers out there and everything. But that's what your business Facebook page is going to look like, okay? How many of you guys have or have access to your organization's Facebook page? Not many of you. Okay, you can go back and you can show them this stuff. Y'all can like be heroes, okay? All right. Let's see, where am I? LinkedIn. LinkedIn really is going to be more for your personal use than the school. You are going to be networking with professionals, not necessarily parents and students, but you're going to be talking to people all over the country, all over the world. Job opportunities, happenings. I see things come through all the time saying, hey, how would you like to go out and work at Arizona? How would you like to go out and work in New York and Vermont? And I'm thinking it's too cold in Vermont right now. You know, I love maple syrup, but it ain't happening. And you get to have dialogues with similar-minded professionals, okay? Everybody's seen LinkedIn, right? I don't need to share that? Pardon? You've never seen it? Just so happens I have it linked right here. And where's my sign in? If I hadn't had to start exactly at 10 a.m., I would have had these already there. But that's okay. That's why I have such difficult logins and, oh. See, that's the problem I always have when I'm typing this stuff. MS State. And there is LinkedIn. As you can see, it is people sharing professional items, not necessarily, I just had a grandbaby, you know, they just filled their diaper. I don't care about that. You know, you can go through and you can look at the different things that people are putting up. Dr. Schultz, a friend of mine, he used to be at Mississippi State. Now he is the president at Kansas State University. So I'm able to keep up with him and what he's doing. It also gives you, if you've got people that you work with, if they have their work anniversary. Now, I don't see them sending flowers or anything, so that disappoints me, so that's why I don't tell them my work anniversary. You know, if I tell you my work anniversary is July 1st, you know, I expect, you know, flowers and chocolates and things like that. But that's all this is. It just goes through and shares some things. You can go in, there are job postings that come up that they will look at. Also, it gives people a chance to validate your worth. When you go through, you can put in that you are an expert in e-learning, technology, word processing, team building, anything like that. Then your followers, your friends, can come in and endorse you for that. So it's a way to show people that, no, you're not just saying that yourself, that other people believe that you are that good too, okay? You can email directly to people from this. You can communicate directly to people for this. It's not a problem. They also have a premium version if you're interested in paying for it. You know, I'm not that interested in being professionally developed. So, questions on this? What do you think?
I think it's interesting. I would have to get in there and play with it and see. I mean, if I go and join it, how are people going to
How do they find out about you? That's a very good question. If you're in LinkedIn, and I am repeating the questions not because I'm Forrest Gump, but because I am recording this to put it up on the blog later if you want to go back and look at it. The question is, how do you find friends and get people to come follow you in LinkedIn? You simply email them. It will go through, it will want to go through and look at your contact list in Outlook or Gmail or anything like that and say, can we import? And it will find those contacts and say, you know, Craig has just entered into LinkedIn. Would you like to follow him or something. And again, you don't have to, but I will tell you what, social media will kick you in the butt if you're not careful. There was just an article last week about a job search professional in Cleveland. And some college student had been told by her college professor, send in information, just see if you can find out information on job searching. So she sent this lady a really nice email. She wasn't asking for anything. And the lady just basically embarrassed her. I don't deal with people like you. I don't need this, blah, 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 blah. And somebody got a copy of it. And it went viral. And this person that wrote it, who was a highly respected pillar of the community, all of a sudden people started saying, well, she did that to me too. And so remember, anything you put out on social media, even on Twitter, if you drop it out there and delete it, it's still there. Somewhere in the Library of Congress, they've got all the tweets I've ever done.
Maybe that's why I don't believe it.
And if you're not doing anything, you have no problem. If you're just putting information out there, you have no problems. If you especially on your professional stuff, on your personal stuff, whatever you do, that's fine. But on your professional stuff, you keep it professional. Okay? All right, let's go back here. Moving right along. Instagram. We all know what Instagram is. It allows us to take a picture or take a 60-second video and post it to the world to see. Kids love Instagram. I read an article last week, and I will put this on the site as well, that Instagram is going to be the biggest selling tool and biggest marketing tool to come along. As a counselor, you can take a picture of a job that these kids are going to have to do. As a recruiter, you can take pictures at all sorts of school events. In the classroom, you can take pictures of things, and you can send that out on Instagram. If they're following you on Instagram, they can see it. They can favorite it, and again, it can go viral. You can use hashtags to group the information. And as you can see, it also can go out to Twitter and Facebook and other networks. And I'm going to show you how this works in just a minute. And it will go out there, so if you've got that hashtag, it goes to Instagram and it goes to Twitter. Now you can do that hashtag search on Twitter. Celly. Now this is a pretty cool thing. It's actually cel.ly is the website. This is a free text messaging system. What I can do is simply go in, I've got too many usernames and passwords. There we go. So now, when I come into Celly, I can see all of the different cells that I have. If you want to join my cell on presentations, all you have to do is text to me, and where is it? You would, on your cell phone, you would go and text to Celly, which is 62335, is that correct? Let me make sure of that number. But you would go in, I think that's what it is. I always get the numbers confused. You would go in, you would go into your cell phone, text at presentations to Celly. What is that number again? I always get that number because it's I think 62335. Is that right? No, 2355. 23559 is Selly. So I knew I was in the wrong numbers. The Selly number, if you go to your phone right now, you go to a text message, and you text 23559, that's the number, and then you put in the @ sign presentations. That is going to sign you up to my Selly account. So I can come in then, send a message through Selly. I can either send it from a web interface, and when I send it, it's going to pop up on my cell phone. And I will see that I have a message from Selly. Pardon me? Did you just sign up? You know, here's the amazing thing. Here's the amazing thing. Which one of those is you? Okay? Unless you have a Selly account, I just get something that says new user. I don't have your name. I don't have your number. I cannot communicate directly with you. You don't have to, no. I don't want to know who you are. At presentations, 23559. And then you do at presentations. That's the body of the message, is at presentation. This keeps you safe, folks. Your students don't have your text messaging number. They don't have your cell phone number. They can't message you. Yes, ma'am.
So we just, unless they set up an account, we just don't even know who we're talking to.
No, because you're not wanting to know who you're talking to.
But if they're asking a question.
They can't ask a question. This is one way. This is from me to you. I want to, yes. Snow days. How many of y'all have snow days? Okay. And you need to let your students know they've got a snow day coming up. You can simply sit there with this, and they're going to get it. They get a message from you.
Okay, yeah, send us out a message. We've signed up.
Send us out a message. Okay? The students will have to sign up for this. Their parents can sign up for this. You do not have to sign up for Selly. Do just like you just did, correct. Okay? Where did it go? No limit. No limit. Let me. Okay, and if it does have a limit, I happen to know the owner of the company. I've been working with him for the past 2 years. I just had an email from him last night. Now you should have the message that just has come in through Selly. Okay, did you get it? It could, I've got mine. I've got the one, no signal. I like blue. Let's see. Okay, still not there, is it? Okay, let me look here. They had to do something different on this system yesterday. Screen resolution. Not there. That's weird. Is it back yet? You might want to, because they had to do something yesterday. Let me see if I can. Pardon me? Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. There we go. We're back. Now let me see if I can get it back on my screen. Let's see. Hey, we're back. Okay. The message you should have gotten was the one right here that says message about. Okay, yes ma'am.
If I had a class that I wanted to be able to send to messages to my students, but at the end of the semester, I didn't want, would I need to delete that account and so to get rid of all of the people who subscribe to it? Let's say I did,
You can, or if you do it each semester, you can very simply go into the members and okay, let's see.
Have you sent a message yet?
I did.
Okay, try again.
Can we say please? Somebody's fixing to get deleted here. I don't know who it is, but somebody just got removed. Okay, and if it's one of you, you'll get a message saying you got removed.
well, I guess I'm just thinking, if I wanted to be able to, I'm not going to be in class such and such day, whatever. But I don't want them to get that message next semester because I have to do the routine.
When you get new students, they're not going to see your previous messages. You can tell your current students at the end of the semester to please remove themselves, or you can remove it yourself if you don't need to go in and create a new one. Let me send another message here.
It's 23.
559. How do you remove yourself? Okay, there are instructions that you can go and it'll tell you just go in and do remove. Also, I've got the list of instructions on my website that you'll be able to see.
Is there an instructional thing whenever you sign up for?
Yes. Yes.
Now, can they send back? Is this a group?
Okay, the question is, can you send back in Selly? In Selly, you can do a lot of things. And I just got my Selly message right here, so I know that you should have it. You can send, go to the back of the class. Okay, what you can do with Selly, you can make it a moderated chat or an unmoderated chat. I don't want that. If I want a moderated or unmoderated chat, I'm going to go to a discussion forum, I'm going to go to Twitter. The reason I want Selly is to get time-sensitive information out. When I send a text, you're going to pick it up to see. If it's buzzing all day, you're going to say, I don't want this. Okay? Now there is one thing you can do. Why is this? There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this go out. I just sent a poll out to you guys. See, here, I'm beeping because I'm getting my stuff. You'll get it. You can now come back in and you can answer this poll and respond to it, and I can see how many people are saying yes, how many people are saying no. Nobody's answered yet. Work with. You just. Let's see what it says. I just click on vote for. Okay, I have voted. And so now I'm going to refresh this.
Is this web only or is there an app for this?
I've got an app right here. PC, Android, or I can have iOS. So I've got two people that said define fun, two people that said yes. I can't figure out who these people are. It does not show me. It's all anonymous. So if you're sitting there trying to ask your class, we can do exams this week or we can do exams next week, which time, they can do it. We've now got 3 that say, yes, we're having fun. Only 1 said define fun, and can we guess who that one was? Nobody's not having no fun yet? Gee.
We're not getting the messages, I'm sorry.
I think I did
They need a remedial course.
I don't know why. You're Apple, right?
Yeah, well, I'm iOS.
Part of the problem with that I've seen with Apple is it wants a full 7-digit number sometimes. So that could be the problem.
Well, mine sent me back
Didn't-
a message that said, how should we send you new messages for app presentations? Android, email, web, SMS, and then it wanted a reply.
Do SMS text then.
SMS text, that's the problem.
Okay.
That's it. I apologize.
Do what? Do it again?
You can like copy and paste presentations.
There, I'll do it again. I got it back there. Giving me all these problems. But yet sometimes and here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. With social media, unless you use some of these things every day, they make modifications to it. If you don't stay aware of it, I mean, I just text the stuff out. I don't know. I've been using this for 2 years. So I apologize for not knowing that. Okay? But that's how you can go through and see all this. You can have it close automatically as soon as you get all your responses in. Okay? Did you get anything now? We'll have to work later. Well,
Would you do me the honor of please send these another one?
Quick learner.
tell you what, y'all throw things at him, okay? Okay. You can also send pictures and files with this, okay? So now there's it. See, if you try to, you got it? Yes, sir. See, if you try to respond to me, you can't.
Well, it says on there that we can't send a message to you.
There you go.
But you can set it up to where.
You can set it up where it's moderated chat or unmoderated chat.
I'm just thinking, I hate group chats, my family does it, and I'm constantly, mine's not very.
I send stuff out.
I wonder if it would be an alternative.
Last year at the SEC baseball tournament, I was taking pictures there, and I would sit there and let them know the game is over, the next game is scheduled to start here, or there's a rain delay. They don't have to sit there and watch a Twitter feed going crazy. They don't have to sit there and be glued. All they got to do is sit here and look at this and go. I did the same thing for hurricanes when Isaac came through a couple of years ago. There were all sorts of rumors going around. Everybody's trying to get stuff. Twitter's just it's going like a speedometer doing 110 miles an hour. I went in and set receptors, National Weather Service, hashtag Isaac, Mississippi Emergency Management System, hashtag Isaac, and the governor's office, hashtag Isaac. If they tweeted something out, and those were the official people I wanted to do, I only sent out a text message if that came across. Now, I had a list made up in Twitter, so if anybody followed that, they could get it. But if they couldn't sit at their computer waiting to see it all day and waiting to see something official, they could catch it on Selly, because I had it automatically, if they tweeted it, it automatically sent out. And I'll show you that on Selly in just a minute. I'm going to move on, if we can. Paper LI is a newspaper, a daily newspaper that pulls content from whatever you tell it to pull content from. Okay? It can be a Twitter feed, it can be an RSS feed, it can be just different websites that you want to pull information from. It has pictures, videos. See, here's something I tweeted out last night. A picture right here of the flag. That was what Wayne Easton said. What are you doing at midnight tweeting things out? I was testing the system. I tweeted this out. Actually, I took the picture. It went out on Instagram. It went out to Twitter and Facebook. At the same time, it was picked up by the newspaper. At the same time, it was put in my WordPress blog. I'm going to show you this because we're running short on time, and I don't want to get through without showing you this. So what we're going to do, WordPress, it's a blog site. I'll do some more on this later. Now, here's how it works. I've got an Instagram account, okay? And I want to sit here and say, hey, look at my cool students, okay? This is a cool presentation. So I go into my phone with my camera and I take a picture. Smile, y'all are on candy camera. Okay, I'll do it this way, but I'm not taking a picture. We'll make them feel better. Now what I do is I've got the Instagram app right here. So what I do is I click on it. Instagram takes your full frame image down to a square, okay? So now I've got it on a square right there. Now, when I get ready to send it out, I've got a place to put a text message. I can also link it to my Facebook account and my Twitter account. So I'm going to say, here's my group. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put hashtag creating futures through technology 2014. Okay, now I've got this, I got a picture and everything. What I'm going to do is this, I'm going to show you my Tweetdeck account. Okay, one button I'm going to push here. Okay, you see the session has started. I just took a picture on Instagram. I am now going to send it out. When I send it out, I've got a hashtag. It's going to pop up here in just a second. Also, you should have gotten something on your Selly account. Bing, did you just get a bing? Yes, sir. How about that? Now, this will pop up in just a second when it refreshes. You can see up there, it says, see, here's my group right here. Look at this. It popped up on Twitter. It popped up on Selly. If you went to my Facebook page, it popped up there. If you go to my WordPress blog, it popped up there. It got every means of social networking known to mankind with one push of one button. And what was the big thing about it? What did we learn yesterday? Images. And looky here, boys and girls. We have an image of our people right here. And because we use the hashtag creating futures through technology, anybody on Twitter will find this. Okay? Is that not cool? You simply do. Now, you don't have to go from Instagram. You can go from Twitter. Okay? You can go from Twitter, attach a picture, put that hashtag. The thing with Selly, your Selly account is tied to a specific Twitter account and a specific hashtag. Who else has Twitter here? Go in and tweet something out with the hashtag CFTTC2014. Okay? You can send that out and it's not going to go to my Selly account because it has to be from my Twitter account with that hashtag. That safeguards you from somebody hacking it. Unless they get in from your account with that specific hashtag, it does not go out. You can also turn that receptor off at any point in time. After Hurricane Isaac went away, one of the reasons I had it, I'm originally from Macomb. I started seeing a couple days into the hurricane, Percy Quinn State Park was flooded. The dam was fixing to be overrun. Half of Louisiana and all of South America was fixing to be flooded. 20 minutes later, it had exploded. The sirens were going off. Everybody was tweeting everything. Turns out it wasn't doing anything. But because of Twitter, all these unofficial tweets were going out. That's why I had specifically the governor's office, Mississippi Emergency Management, and the Weather Bureau. Though if it came from that Twitter account with that specific hashtag, it went out there. You don't have time to watch Twitter all day long and watch it roll. But if you get a text message, what do? You answer it. What you can also do, that wasn't me, I didn't make it ding that time. But now, if you look, you didn't get any kind of a selling mark, but if I go in here and do, where is it? Creating Futures 2014, I can now see who is Ellen Gist? Ellen Knight? Okay. See, you tweeted that out, it didn't go out on Selly, even though that's my receptor because it wasn't tied to your phone, wasn't tied to your particular Twitter account. I could have gone in and done that and it would work. But see, there's Jennifer Limer. Lime is Limer. Okay, let me guess. You're from Great Britain. You spell color with a U, right? Okay, I got you. But that's what you can do with that. Now, as you continue on, you see you put your hashtag. Step 2, you tag the images in Facebook. How many of you, when you put a picture up on Facebook, tag it? Sometimes. I never tagged it. I just didn't like to. It's too much trouble to go in. I take pictures for Mississippi State baseball. I would go in and send something out on Instagram. If people were following me on Instagram and Twitter, they'd see it, they'd like the picture. When I got home, I would tag the pictures. All of a sudden, I'd get 70 or 80 people liking that picture because they were friends with that person. So when you tag the information, you drive more people to your site. And that's what you want them to do, was to find out about your courses or about what you're doing or recruitment or what. You want to drive it to them. So if you hashtag it and get it up and then you tag the pictures, it's going to send more people in. Step 3, set the receptor in Selly. And I'm starting to rush because my time monitor is sitting there saying, okay, tick tock, tick tock.
Well, now, actually, you have about 15 minutes. But now, I was going to allow at least 10 minutes for questions, but you're doing it within the time. So if you want to leave, if you want to stop now, it's up to you.
Oh,
Don't blame the messenger.
Don't blame the messenger, just shoot her. Is that what you're saying? Okay, well, fine. The receptors, to create a receptor. Okay. Who was E-L-E? G-T? I. Okay. And hashtag creating futures through okay, well, hang on, let me change that one. They have changed this since I started working with it, and it used to be unlimited, but now they've got, let me go back in and change this. Receptors, I'll just change this one. E-L-E-N-I-G-T. All right. Now, if you will, please, tweet again, please, with the hashtag CFFTC2014. And what will happen this time, you see this one picked up my tweet. When she tweets now, because I've got her set up as a receptor, and you saw how easy it was to put the receptor. You put the Twitter account name, you put the hashtag. And then whenever that goes, it will pick that up and send the text message out. With the mobile app, you can also do your stuff straight from there. She's still typing. That's the wonderful thing about mobile devices. If you're like me, I started using the voice recognition. I stopped that real quick because it had some words in there I didn't use. And you didn't realize until it went out, go, ooh, did I really say that? You know, my mama can find that. I'm in trouble here. So I got to watch out for that. But again, this is going to go out. Did you send it? Okay, it may just take a second to, let me look and see if I've got on Tweetdeck, if it's got you up there. Okay, that's 5 minutes ago, so I haven't got the new one. Dana Rivas, this is a lady who came down and spoke last year at the conference. So let's see. Tweets again. What happens? Okay, I'm not even going to read that one out loud. It should be popping up here. Let's see. We'll wait for it for just a minute. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to keep going. You'll hear it when it comes through. It'll beep. Another thing, you've done your CELI. You can schedule your stuff out there. Step 4, you set up Paper LI. How do you set up your newspaper? Very, very easily. You come in, you create your account, you tie it to your Twitter account or your Facebook account. I'm going to go to my newsstand. Well, I didn't sign in. Okay, we're back. Now, I go to my Craig Jackson papers. And say I want to go to my What's New in Technology. To actually add content, I simply come over here. I go to Content. And then I can search for a Twitter account. I can do RSS feeds. I can do videos, anything I want. I can add up to 25 content sources. Now, that being said, if I have a Twitter list that has 37 people on it, that counts as one content source, not 37 content sources. So you can create lists and follow lists and not eat things up too quickly. Once you do it, you can fetch your new content, and then it simply brings up the paper right here.
Okay, Craig, now you have 10 minutes.
Now you see there, she says I can go on as long as I want. Now she gives me 10 minutes. Gee, think I'm your, you must think I'm your husband or something. You can have all the time in the world. 10 minutes though.
Might have happy if you were.
So now, here's all the content this was up in the last 24 hours. Okay? It's not going to take it if I do it right now. It's going to do it. This is set up to go out at 8 o'clock in the morning, I think, and 8 o'clock in the evening. I did that because teachers are going to have a chance to look at it in the morning, but they're not going to be able to go through it during the day. And if I have something that goes for 24 hours, they may miss something that happened earlier that they need to do. That's why I have it set up to go twice a day on this. The good thing about Paper LI, if you're looking at what's the best news reader for Android, you can read the article, or you can actually go right here and see who tweeted that out and begin to follow them if you want to. That way you're not just limited to what comes out in my paper. You can go out and find others. You can retweet it, you can favorite it, you can reply to it, anything you'd like with it. To look at it, you simply go over here, click on it, and it brings up the article right there. The great thing about this is you don't have to go to this paper every day. If you subscribe to it via email, it sends you an email that says the latest blah, blah, blah is out. And it shows you the headlines. And if it looks interesting, you click on it and it takes you there. If it doesn't, you ignore it. Now, here's another pretty cool feature about this. What I'd like to do, let's see. Who wants to tell me their birth date? Not the year, the month and the day. March 20. Okay, I'm going to go. You know, I had to ask that question, didn't I? Okay. I'm going to go back to March what? 26th? March 26th of 2013. And if you look here, these are the articles that were in that paper are March 26th, 2013. So you can go back and look at past editions of your paper. And somebody can find that very, very easily and see, here was his Windows 8 built-in antivirus good enough. Enhancing raw images. 9 ways to become popular on Facebook. Now that's just, is that not, we're talking about social media and that's what pulls up. Okay? So that's all you've got to do with that. Now, the WordPress blog, let me show you this one instead of the, Left Field Lounge. This is my personal baseball site. I have a paid WordPress site. With the free WordPress.com site, they limit some of the widgets that you can put in because they don't want to have the potential for bad code or anything. On this particular site, you'll notice here, right here, this is my Instagram feed. Okay? So when I take a picture on Instagram that's tied to my Left Field Lounge Twitter account, it's going to be picked up right here. At the same time, as I scroll down, did I take it out? I did, I took it out. I normally have a Twitter feed right there, and I have a newspaper feed. There's my Paper LI feed right there. They don't have Flash, so I'm not going to install it. That's just the way my luck goes today. I also have the free text messaging right there. If people want to keep up with tourney stuff, they just text @tourneystuff to 23559. And then when I start doing tournament updates, they get it. All right here from one page. Now the really cool thing, and I'm going to show you this last and let y'all go eat because I know I've got like 2 seconds left.
Actually, you have.
You see what I'm dealing with here? You see what I have to deal with? Okay, so now I go to my WordPress site and I log into it. See, there's my Twitter feed right there. Anything that I do, there's my test presentation right there. Test selling receptors. All is right there. If I go and log in, where's my login on this one? Okay.
You have 5 minutes, Craig. And that includes Q&A time, audience.
There we go. Okay. When I go in and add a new post, okay, we've seen how if we send something out through Twitter with a specific hashtag on it, people can pick it up and group it. It can also be sent out to Selly. So if I go in and add a new post here, now I come over here to my settings. You see I publicize? I go to my settings and it's tied to my Selly account, my Twitter account. I can also tie it into Facebook. I can tie it into LinkedIn. So when I send something out from here, it's going to go and send out notices to them. Now what I'm going to do with that, I've already got it tied into my Twitter account. So now I've got test post, hashtag creating futures through technology conference 2014. So I got a hashtag. I'm in WordPress. Nothing up my sleeves. I am going to publish this. When I publish this, I'm going to go back to my Tweetdeck. Oh, Selly just bings. It's binging all over the place. It's like I'm hearing bells in my head. Right here, it's going to sit there. As soon as I posted that, you can see right here, it went out and posted to my Twitter account. It gave you the link to the WordPress site. It binged on Selly. It will be in my Twitter feed, in the newspaper tomorrow. If I had sent a picture out with it, the picture would have come up. One button, and you hit all the different media types. Did you get the Selly? Everybody got the Sellys? The text messages? Interesting? Pretty cool? Any questions? Just so that I don't forget to do this, Again, whoa, we all went away.
Three minutes.
Shh.
If I were to send an X to that, would that cancel my subscription?
Pardon me?
You know, the very first text you get from Sally, it says, reply ABCD or X to cancel. At this point, I would send an X.
Yeah.
Would that cancel it?
Yeah.
That's what I did. I was
Okay. The networking benefits, we know that we reach all demographics, all social platforms. Here are the cool things, real quickly. Twitonomy. I'm going to sign in using my Twitter account. I have maybe 200 followers. I got 216 followers. How big, how large do you think my potential digital reach is with Twitter, with 200 followers, 216? 1 million. You're just trying to get back on my good side for giving me such a hard time earlier. I can go to my dashboard and look at some basic information, my latest tweets, things like that. I can go to my mentions and retweets. I can now see right here who all is mentioning me. Look at my potential reach right here. I've got one person that has 24,000 followers. Here's another one, 24,000, 20,000. If I hit the right person with the right content, boom. Okay? When you are trying to recruit or you're talking to students about certain things or telling people about your courses in your college, you hit the right people. Okay? You get the right one and you get a huge, huge audience. One other thing, I don't want to get hit. Where are your mentions coming from? Look into the light. I come up and visualize my mentions on the map. Now watch this. It's going to start dropping markers where people are retweeting me from. You are about to become a global expert from wherever you are in Mississippi. That's pretty cool, I think. Okay. I've been thrown out of classier joints than this, but hey, thank you for your time. I will be around if I can help you. I will show you my contact information one more time.